Mags. I've had a cold, so my voice is all fucked up. This is Kefir 101. You can see I have my milk here. Doesn't matter which one you have, what brand you want. This one here is one I found, and I always use the full cream stuff. So this is UHT milk, just ultra heated treated milk, which just means that it goes through a boiling process and removes all the bacteria, so it can last for a long time. As you can see, this one here is last up till next year in the cupboard. But as soon as you open it, like this, the bacteria starts to grow and then goes off in 7 or so days. The good thing about it is it has no bacteria at all now. It's just pure milk. But the stuff you buy fresh, depending on how long it's been sitting in the supermarket, will start to grow bacteria. And the moment you obviously pop the lid, the bacteria will grow even faster. So that's the difference. Now, you can see I have my jar here, and when I'm not making a batch, I keep them just in some water. You can see all my little kefir grains there, right? You can see them all floating around in the water, my little baby kefir grains. Basically, I just get some water straight from wherever, fill it up, put it in the water, put it in the fridge. You can keep it for about 3 weeks in the water, but I've been told not to store it too much longer than that. Okay, so I'm going to try and get this off with one hand. It's pretty hard to use the iPhone. Hold on. It's down here for a sec. Okay, so lid off. Need to strain it. I use a metal strainer. People say don't use metal, use plastic only. But I mean, the time it spends in the metal is not very long. Get it all out. I mean, you wouldn't store your kefir permanently in metal, because that is actually bad. So using metal utensils is fine, because it's only going to be in there for a short while. And these are my kefir grains here. Actually, they're doubled in size. My friend gave them to me. They're only like a tablespoon, just a tablespoon. And they're pretty much doubled in size in about a month. Okay, so it's going to drip all over my floor. You can see my kitchen is very neat, very clean at the moment. Waiting for Sherry to come and clean it. Okay, so there's my kefir grains. In my jar, in there. Really hard to do this one hand. Hold on, I need to put the phone down. Okay, so I'm putting my kefir grains in the jar because I don't want them to go all over the place. Okay, kefir grains. Back. That's it. And you just get your milk, pour it in here, milk, rest in. I usually fill it right up. So that's it. I can fill a lot at the top if I want, but this batch is only going to make this much. It's usually just me drinking it, so I have these really cool jars. You see, they've got no lid like this, right? These are called a ball. I don't know if you can get these in Australia, but there's a ball. Very cheap, just maybe $4 or something like that. Now you put the lid on it, like this, and you screw it in. Now you don't lock it. You just leave it unlocked a bit, so the gas that builds up will just, come out. Basically just let it sit there. I let it sit there till the next morning. It's 8 o'clock now. And then next morning I just lock the lid, give it a shake, because all the kefir will start to make from the top down. So you shake it up so it mixes all the bacteria around in the milk so that it can start a bit lower. And usually by the time I get home from work, 6 o'clock, the kefir's finished for this size, which is about 1.5 litres. And then you'll see at the very bottom, you'll see some water appearing here. And then it'll be all like, sort of yogurty towards the top. And that's it. I'll put this in over here so I don't drop it. The good thing about UHT milk, this comes from Hokkaido in Japan. You can just store as much as you want. Now, to give you a bit of an idea, here is some kefir I made And some people say when you make the kefir, put it strain it through the strainer like you just saw me use. Put it in the glass bottle, leave it out for another 6 hours, and it will continue the process as well and make it more bubbly. Like it'll have lots of bubbles in it like champagne, and when you open the lid it'll like pop, and you'll see all the gas bubbles coming up. It makes it very bubbly when you drink it. It's almost like, I don't know, what was those old freaking fizzy machine makers that we had when we were kids? It's almost like getting the milk and putting it through that soda stream, putting it through a soda stream. It's almost like that. Anyway, I usually put mine straight in the fridge because obviously I'm going to work in the morning. I have a fresh cup myself, and then put it in the fridge because I don't want it to go off or continue to ferment while I'm at work. Glass. Yeah. Okay, so here's the glass, right? Now you can see this was made this morning, and it gets a little creamier. See how creamy it is? It gets a little creamier as it goes on. So this morning it was watery, and in the fridge it's creamy now. So you can see it's very creamy. Yeah, very creamy. But literally no smell. No smell at all. Just like milk. It has no smell. So it's not like off milk. When you first pour the kefir from here after it's finished through the strainer, and you put it in the strainer, you think, oh my god, it looks like it's, you know, really badly off milk because it comes in big clumps. But after you strain it out, you get this nice creamy sort of kefir. And some people like to put some cream in it as well. Some people put cream in the kefir, so they'll get some full cream and put it in here as well. And it makes the kefir extremely creamy and quite nice. But, I mean, it's all up to you. And because Sherry can't drink it straight, she's a sweet tooth, I get this stuff, just maple syrup. And I put a little bit of maple syrup in it, and it makes it taste really good. And other people have used other things to flavour it as well. But for me, I just use straight kefir. I just drink it in the mornings. I find it quite good. Or drink it anytime, really. It really doesn't matter. It has lots of protein. The difference between kefir and yogurt has about 2 good bacteria. Kefir has about 30 good bacteria. That's the difference. Really, really good for your stomach. And just using that UHT means that the bacteria, the milk is completely fresh from no bacteria, and you know, the kefir stuff, the process off. But you know, if you get the milk that's been open a few days, the fermenting process has already started before you put the kefir in. That's why they say boil it. But I mean, some people say boil it, some people don't. My friend's been making it for 2 years. He says always use the UHT milk. I mean, it's just up to him. Anyway, this is it.